I know there's been some improvement here, but search continues to kind of get your high-end game back. What do you think is the priority? What are you guys focused on that you know will help you get there?
More carryover. I think the little things and the battle level and the desperation that you got to play with at this time of year has to be there every single night. I think the last couple of games it's been there, and that has to continue, from now to the end of the season.
It's just like, there are a lot of guys who statistically haven't had this year they had last year. It was a long season last year, all that stuff. Was this sort of overall the plan, as long as you wanted to be playing everyone individually playing very well down the stretch and into the playoffs? Is this something that wasn't going to start in game 1 but needs to start maybe in game 61?
We got to win as a team, lose as a team, those sorts of things. We got to all come together as a group and play, like I said, play desperate from first line to fourth line to all our D goalies, everybody. So, we're near a spot that we want to be. We want to challenge, obviously, for the division, and we got to give ourselves a chance to do that. It was a tough road trip, but like I said, the things that we did the last game and the last two to turn that around has to continue every night.
What would you say the group's sort of process among yourselves to sort things out has been like this year? Because the coach can kind of throw a bunch of stuff at you, but as a group, you always have those moments where it's kind of up to you guys to figure it out. How's that gone this year?
Yeah, the coaches can go X's and O's and all sorts of things, but in there we have a veteran group and know what we have to do, and we know when we're playing well and when we're not playing well. We know the little things that have to go into our game to make it difficult for the opponents on any given night. And sometimes that challenge is a little bit different depending on who you're playing, but I think you have to look past that, and no matter if it's say the last place team or the first place team, you got to be desperate and be tough to play against. So like I said, there's a veteran group in there that I think the team knows how to drive itself. The coaches are always steering the ship, depending what they see on any given night, and things to adjust on certain nights. But within the group, I think the group does a good job of driving itself.
Connor was pretty upfront during that road trip about his own play, like knowing he needs to be better and is trying to. He's done all these things for you guys as a group. When you hear your captain doing that, does it sort of force everybody to stare in the mirror a little bit too in a different way?
Yeah, I think so. That guy drives this team, when he's searching to just be that little bit better, it makes us all do that. Those guys do so much of the heavy lifting for us on really every night, and the rest of us have to do a job to chip in and be difference makers for this team.
Adam, when you look at a couple of the high points for your club, namely the Stanley Cup playoffs last year, and then during the course of that 16-game win streak, the PK was operating at a very high percentage. The last couple of days, are you seeing a little bit more from the PK in terms of what you guys are capable of?
Yeah, I think that, again, that's the same with the season. It was a tough start on the penalty kill, but that special teams is such a big part within the game every single night. The power play can win you a game, penalty kill can lose you a game. You can get momentum on the penalty kill for 5-on-5 play, all those sorts of things. So for us on the kill, it's a big part. We take a lot of pride in that. I think again, it kind of with the rest of our game, the details in there and the desperation you have to play with on the penalty kill. There's their team's always going to have their top guys out there, and that's a challenge and one that we take on. We want to face that every single night and make sure that we're doing our job out there to get the kills.